Alrighty. What are we talking about today?
I think we're going to bust into the classic gifts.
It's that time of year, huh?
That time of year, dude.
All right, we're dropping a couple Christmas gift ideas for your loved ones, especially for those coffee fanatics. Some Christmas ideas. We're just trying to help you guys out. Hopefully give you guys some ideas, and especially for those who are not like in the coffee scene, but have that one friend, that one sibling that's just over, that's just wild about it. This will give you some good direction that hopefully you'll get a little closer to deciding. And if you are that fanatic and you want a Christmas gift, this is a good podcast to share.
Yeah.
Copy link, send.
Dude,
That's
it.
So,
dude, before we dive in to talk about coffee, we have to discuss the idea of, is regifting like the unpardonable sin? Or
regifting?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, you go to like a Secret Santa or Dirty Santa event and someone gives you a gift, you don't really like it, but then you go to another party and you use that gift to play the game.
Listen, call me crazy, but I do it.
Fair enough. That's it.
I do it.
It's in the books.
I do it, folks.
All right.
Then again,
so I guess
judge according to your
permissible.
conscience. If it goes against your inner being, don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, I don't even know how you do this. Sheesh. All righty, folks. It's that part of the episode where we smell, sniff, taste. Ooh, on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's good coffee.
Wow, that's delightful. That's really nice on the nose.
Yeah.
I should just not drink it. Just smell. It's just like a candle almost.
It is
coffee.
pretty perfumey. I like it. Yeah, it's tasty.
Ooh, nice. Gonna swirl it to get some, cool it down.
Mm-hmm. A lot of grape in this coffee. A lot of grape. Nice grape. Like it's not a sour grape. It's just a very, very sweet, juicy grape.
Let's go. Could this be one of the best batch brews we've had?
Nope. Not yet.
One of the best.
One of the best. Maybe in the top 10.
I think it's so like I think
nice.
it's a good dial as well.
Yeah, it's a good brew.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's remember that grind size.
I'm pumped about it.
For this coffee specifically, it was a 6.7 on the EK.
6.7? Wow.
No, sorry.
Can't be.
That's a 6.5. 6.5. The pour over setting for this coffee was a 5.7.
My pour over setting is 6.5.
Doesn't my pour over setting? Pour over setting is 6.
Folks, this is why you don't share your grind setting, because it just gets you in the ballpark.
I guess I go finer on my pour over. I mean, I guess, yeah. If you're brewing, I guess there's so many variables determining. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty excellent. I like it. It's.
You know what's odd? What I find odd in this coffee is the fact that it's a natural that has floral elements to it. That's not common, or is it common? I don't know. Am I losing it here? Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. Actually, there's not florals like this, at least, because most naturals are going to be very fermenty, kind of like all up in your face with this, like, it's just boozy, big, Yeah. Where this natural, well, also, I mean, shameless plug, folks. We're just dropping a natural. Literally the natural, if you're watching this on Saturday morning, which is when it should go live, we dropped the day before that. Or when we're recording this, it's going to get dropped tomorrow. Yeah. So if you're a natural lover and you want something different though, but a natural, you want something maybe you haven't tasted before in a natural, would highly recommend you to pick it up. So yeah, it's got floral. It's just a nice smooth mouthfeel, but it has the beautiful things about a natural that I actually love.
Yeah.
As much as we talk about naturals not being our favorite on this podcast, I will say one thing I do love about naturals is the sweet, juicy, just this like that perfect fruitiness that makes a natural tasty without, the fermentiness is what we don't like.
Yeah.
However, there are naturals like the Manhattan one that we had on this podcast that we keep talking about.
Yep.
Like I would say even like this one where it's so clean. It's just good. Like, sorry folks.
I mean,
Shameless plug right there.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think, man, I'm not going to dive into preference again. We always talk about it. But yeah, naturals tend to have that boozy element. This is not like crazy boozy.
Yeah, it's not,
but it is.
It is. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So let's not mistaken that. Like, it's still distinctly a natural. Like, if this was on a cupping table, you can pick this one out as the natural easy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm pumped. We're getting a grappa, which is like a liqueur, pineapple juice.
Yeah.
And we're getting florals or violet.
Violet to be specific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow. Super tasty. Wow. That's I'm pretty pumped about this. This might be, since I've had it on pour over, this might be one of my favorite brews I've had of it.
Yeah. And it's great on espresso. We're going to talk about gifts for Christmas, and you know what I mean? If you're getting that espresso machine, I won't dive too far in.
That's right. Yeah, we'll leave that for last, so stay tuned. But all right, cool. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
Oh man. I think one of the major gifts that I would have loved to receive, or that I'm seeing like a trend, especially within 2021, is a lot of folks have Patreon accounts. That's a big one. A lot of folks. Lance Hedrick launched a Patreon. Kyle Roselle launched one. There's just a lot. Like, I've been on Jonathan Gagne's Patreon account for like 3 years now. So like that is becoming more and more popular within the coffee community. And personally, I think that's awesome. Like, there's a lot of value in that. There's like private Discord channels and all of that. And if you're like a coffee lover, coffee geek that needs that extra exclusivity, maybe like the inner community that is welcome to like chat and dialogue about these things. And I mean, just specifically talking about like Lance, he has a lot of followers and he gets a lot of DMs, and you have to prioritize your time, and Patreon allows him to be able to prioritize that time to people who are willing to invest. Of
course.
Like if you have a friend or that anyone that you know that is a coffee geek and they want to dive in even deeper into the maybe quote unquote inner circle of things, dude, a subscription, like a Patreon subscription for the year, is a gift that keeps on giving. Because I know a lot of our friends who have Patreon accounts are doing giveaways within those groups. Yeah. So there's like, you never know what it could play out. So I think that's a like not very expensive gift, but a good gift for the rest of the year.
Wow.
I think subscription starts at like what? $3 to $5 a month.
Yeah.
They're not,
I mean, Kyle's is $1 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So wow, that's good, because I've never really thought about gifting somebody a Patreon subscription, even though it just makes sense to do that. Like, why not? So
and then double, you're supporting another coffee person. So that's a super good idea.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And the good thing about that is, I want to say is like, maybe this isn't for everybody, but for myself and probably for you, we don't, as coffee people, we don't necessarily need the most expensive coffee gifts. Like, if you have a small budget, if you just want to, just gift something, make somebody feel good for Christmas and stuff, but you don't have a massive budget, that Patreon is going to get you somewhere, because it doesn't have to be, you can get the biggest, baddest package, which I'm probably is more pricier, but you can also go for the basic plan for them,
Yeah.
and it's going to be great. And guess what? It's not just going to last you, you know, that week or that month, but it's something that's going to last for the next year. So this person is going to be thinking about you for gifting them this Patreon subscription.
And something like Jonathan Gagne's, like what I love about that is there's new information coming out. Like, so it's a, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It, to a degree for that year, it's almost like a timeless gift.
Yeah, which I kind of want to stem off of kind of more of the budget options as well, since we're there already. I honestly, there are like, just like for photographers and videographers, people who work with cameras, there's these like baseline cheaper options that we always need, and we'd always be thankful for getting, because, well, it's stuff that we're always using. And so for coffee, I think for me, that's coffee filters. I don't know. Buy me a pack of 50 of $100, not $100. I mean, I'll take $100 worth of filters, but honestly, buy me a couple packs of filters and I'm happy, because well, I'm using them already. And if you can cover me for the next month or two, or 3 or 4, that's excellent.
Totally. Like filters, and within filters, then brewers. Are we ready to move on from filters?
Yeah, let's
I mean, there's
do
so
that.
much we can say about filters, but from, you know, everyone needs a brewer. So whether that's like a V60 or something a little more complex, for me, I think 2022 is, this may be a hot take, but maybe the year of the Trickle 8. So I would throw that out. That's one of the brewers I'm playing around with right now. That's not necessarily a budget item. You know, a budget brewer may be just like a V60. That's solid. That's classic.
$10.
$10. Like
Excellent.
you can pick that up, whether it's online or Whole Foods has them too. I was just there the other day. So that's an easy gift to pick up very quick. But if you wanted to do something a little more maybe niche, a little more exciting on the bigger package, like the Trickle 8 brewer is very new. It's up and coming. I see the potential in it. We'll see what happens. It's like the Stag X brewer took a little while to blow up. This may take a while too, but to be on the forefront, I think it's a very good investment. So I think it runs for around like $80 to $90.
So that sounds about right.
And Trickle 8 filter is another gift. Like if your friend already is ahead of the game and they have a brewer, those Trickle 8 filters aren't cheap. So when you get some,
they'll love you extra.
They'll love you extra. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I mean, that also being said, what that reminded me of is that the Trickle 8, I believe it's not made in the States. Am I right?
Oh, you're right.
Like in the UK or
but
in
there's
Canada.
A few resellers.
Yeah, there's a few resellers,
Bellingham.
but I'm saying that because especially brewers like the Trickle 8 that are a little newer on the forefront, they'll have retailers in the States, but right now with the logistics and the shipping delays, the supply chain issues across the board everywhere, not just with coffee beans, make sure you place an order in advance. Like I get it right now is what? November 18th. I mean, this is going to go live November 20th. You guys only have a month.
Yeah.
Imagine if shipping is 2 weeks. You're getting that 2 weeks before Christmas. You're already like cutting it close. So I would say is with all of these gifts, but especially like the Trickle 8, guys, place an order soon. And you rather have that too early than having that arrive a day before Christmas and you're panicking and you're not sure if it's going to make it, checking the tracking all the time. So stuff like that, place an order because they often also go back ordered.
Yeah.
And so at that point it's like you don't even know if you're going to be able to get it at all, you know? So but stuff like that, you know, brewers are excellent. I mean, get a Chemex. If somebody doesn't have, you can also snag them an AeroPress. AeroPress are a great budget option. It's going to be awesome for anybody who's just getting into maybe coffee who doesn't have one yet. If you know somebody who's like a coffee lover or a coffee fanatic and they don't have an AeroPress, slip them an AeroPress.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's a fun little brewer. There's a lot to learn about it, and it's affordable. I think, what is it? It's like, I could be completely blowing this, but like $20, $25 or something, brand new. And then the filters are also fairly affordable. They're just small little guys.
Yep.
And I saw just a solid gift.
You can find them anywhere too. REI. You can find them at Target.
Wow.
You can find them, I don't know if Walmart. I know Target and REI carry them for sure.
And Whole Foods also carries them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool how accessible those things are. So for those of you who bought a gift who's not showing up on Christmas, just head to your Whole Foods and pick up a Chemex or an AeroPress. That'll save you.
There you go.
So I don't know any other brewers that are coming to mind.
Not brewers right off the top of my head. I guess those would be the ones we would highlight.
Mm-hmm.
But for every brewer with a pack of filters, that person or someone you know that already has those things probably needs a grinder, right? And we talk about grinders a lot. And both you and I have been on a kick with hand grinders. That's a big one. So go ahead.
I'll say this before you get into grinders. Listen, the grinder needs something to grind, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Like before we go and deal with the big boys, the grinder needs something to grind. And so your coffee fanatic, I'll tell you this. This is a blanket statement. It's an assumption, but it's probably true. Your coffee lover will always love a fantastic bag of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have a grinder. Maybe not the best one, but they have a grinder if they're drinking coffee.
Fair.
Get them a bag of coffee. I'm going to say this. We have the Kenya right now, tasty option. We have an Ethiopia Guji washed, tasty option. We have a Guatemala that's a little bit more approachable, very tasty option as well. We're dropping the Ethiopia Natural. You're already listening to it. It's already dropped. Pick that up for them. Ethiopia Natural. We have... the Guatemala hasn't dropped yet. It'll drop next week. That's a spoiler alert. I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
The Villa Toro?
Yeah, the Villa Toro. Right. We have
so many coffees coming.
We have another Guatemala that's dropping in 2 weeks, which is a micro lot, super low key. It's very different. We have another Ethiopia that's on the way that's getting shipped from Portland. That's also probably going to drop maybe a week, 2 weeks before Christmas.
So much good stuff coming your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we do have a decaf. I don't know if that's worth throwing out there.
That is true.
Or are we running low? Who knows?
No, that is true. Like, pick them up a decaf if they don't want to get caffeinated. I don't know what they're doing with their life. But yeah, I mean, some other people to look into is Proud Mary. People love a good bag of Proud Mary or a tin can if you're feeling extra generous. Manhattan, Onyx Coffee Lab. All really great coffee.
Way too many options.
Too much good stuff. Anyways, you were talking about grinders. Yeah.
So if you want to go the extra mile when you're choosing a grinder for this holiday season, you already know what I'm going to say. Let's go with the classic Comandante C40.
Let's go.
Come on.
Dude, that gets me hyped.
That's a dope grinder. Good luck finding one, but if you do, if you do, you should snag that one pretty quick, and whoever you're going to gift it to is going to thank you.
They will thank you. They will love you. They will do... You're on their top. Like, if MySpace was still a thing, you'd go right up into their top five.
Top five.
You'd go up there real fast with that Comandante profile pic.
Dude, so good. Well,
I'd love to go back to those MySpace days just for that Comandante profile photo. Like,
I would move Tom for sure.
Can you even do that? Is that even allowed?
Or is he automatic top 16?
Anyways, dude, get the Comandante. I mean, once again, good luck finding one.
Yeah.
They do drops. Look at Proud Mary. Go on Proud Mary. Also, the Comandante website, I think, has a list of authorized dealers.
Right.
Check Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. There's, I believe, a page called Used Coffee Equipment on Facebook Marketplace. I hate I'm giving this away because that's where I like to... It's where we pick up some deals.
Yeah.
The more people on there, the less deals we'll be able to snag. But from the generosity of my soul, there it is. Jump on there. There's always people selling Comandantes, and they're usually like $50 off. I mean, no tax. Psh.
Yeah. Same thing with the Reddit thread. There's a used coffee gear Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Check that out. Dude, how do you feel about gifting used gifts. Is that taboo? Like, I don't know.
It's kind of taboo.
Yeah.
But listen, if somebody was like, hey, do you want a used Comandante or coffee filters? Which one
Brand
do you
new
choose?
coffee filters or used coffee filters?
Yeah, brand new coffee filters. Not used coffee filters.
Dude,
even
wow.
though James Hoffman said you could reuse your AirPress ones. No, brand new coffee filters or used Comandante, guys. I would even think twice. I would snag
totally.
that Comandante so fast.
For
Used,
sure.
beat up, scratched. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Make sure you get like a decently
Nice.
new one.
Look, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
And if you have a person in your life who has the Comandante, find out if they have the little red clicky thing that gives you more range on adjusting your burrs. Find out like that's the look around. I don't know. Grab the Comandante when they're not looking, unscrew it. Look on the bottom really quick. Screw it back in. Set it back down, and you've got an excellent gift idea.
Sherry, you've never picked up that grinder ever in your life. What are you doing?
Just checking out the weight. Yeah, definitely grab one of those things. They're great. I probably need to pick one up. That just gives you so much range. It expands the Comandante. Especially, I'm like looking around for another brewer and a brewing machine. And I'm like, I don't have a grinder for it. And I probably can't afford to buy a new grinder.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, but I need more range. And I can just use my hand grinder to do that. So, and I'll probably need one of those red clicky things. So, hey, I think that would be a great gift for someone.
For sure. And, if hey, the person doesn't want a hand grinder, which if they do, and you don't want to do the Comandante because it is a little pricey, it's also a beast of a grinder, go with maybe the Time More C2. It's just falls shy of $100. Solid hand grinder. People will love you for that. Or if you really on a budget and the person doesn't have a grinder at all, or just has a blade grinder, get them the Hario Slim. That's a very good budget option.
There it is.
It'll be better than their blade grinder.
For sure.
Much better. So, but that being said, if they don't want to do a hand grinder, folks, you can always pick them up a Baratza Encore, a fellow Ode grinder.
Yep.
Or even if you really want to go the extra mile, you can always pick up the Vario. I think what is the Vario Plus?
W.
Yeah. Something like that. Anyways, Baratza released an updated version of their Vario, and by the looks of it, it's looking real good. Yeah. Real good. So, those are some really great electric grinders that will make somebody really happy. Like if I got one of those, wow.
For real. Yeah.
Unreal.
So let's say all of these gifts, you're listening to us say all this, and you're like, man, that's way come on, y'all, give me something actually expensive. Like you want to splurge, you want to go all out, and you want to buy a very big gift for maybe that loved one or for your next door neighbor, which would be awesome. Go ahead and just pick up an espresso machine. So if you were to do that, what kind of espresso machine would you choose? Let's cap it at under $4,000, because we all know at $4,000 you're looking at a Linea Mini, right? That would be your go-to. But anything under that, what would you cop right now?
Honestly, if you have a couple more grand, which we should be friends if you do. Just cop the Victoria Arduino Primo 1.
Yeah.
That would be unreal. But anything under 4,000, wow. Honestly, I really like the Breville Oracle. Not as much the Oracle Touch, but the one right before, right under that.
Yeah.
It's the 980 XL. It's such an incredible espresso machine. It has all the bells and whistles, everything for your coffee fanatic friend to dink around, mod, manipulate, alter. It's got all the settings and everything. It's solid, and I think it's 3,000 if I'm not mistaken. 3 or 2,000. No, I think 2 maybe it is 2,000, 2,500 or something. I don't know.
No, the Oracle Touch.
Not the Oracle Touch.
Is 24.
Okay, then it's 2,000.
It's 2,000.
And it's 2,000, yeah. So 2,000, you can get yourself an incredible. But also some things that are coming to mind. The Rocket R58. That's Rocket's top model. Yeah. It's under 4,000, dual boiler, has all the good stuff in there. Solid machine. Man, what else is out there? I mean, if you really want to go out of the way, get a decent.
Yeah. But I think, isn't that roughly 4K, or maybe it's
No, it's under.
It's under?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's under.
Yeah, decent is a great machine if you're looking to experiment.
Really,
Like,
that's like if you really have
niche.
a
Yeah, like if you're logging data, like if you want to control everything about your espresso shot, that's what you should get. Like that's more or less like you're basically researching espresso extraction, which is great, and you may be that person.
What would you get
For me? If I was like right now, I'm literally looking at a used Gaggia. Is that how you pronounce it? Gaggia, Gaggia.
I don't know, Gaggia.
Yeah, Gaggia. Yeah, classic. Yeah. The reason I like that, it's very cheap. I think it's in the $500 range.
Yeah.
And Lance Hedrick dropped a dope video where you can convert that machine to basically like be super, super rad. All the powerful like pressure control, like a lot of mods. So that kind of gets me excited that you can make something small like that and make it like upgrade it. So it's almost like you would gift someone like a year project. That would be super fun. Apart from that, dude, what was that espresso machine? It's $2,000. It looks like the Rocket, but it's not. It's a heat exchanger, which makes it a little smaller, a little more compact. Dude, what's it called? It starts the P.
A Profitec?
Yeah, Profitec. Yeah. And that's the 500. There's a 300, 700. The 500 is like 2K. And to me, from just what I read, it's PID, so you can control the temp. It has the basic things that you would need, but it's not breaking the bank. Yeah. And it's still like, I would say good enough. So I would say those things. Disclaimer, I personally haven't used it, so I can't really say that. But I'm just sharing from what I've been looking at and what I would experiment with, what's caught my eye.
Totally.
In that sense. But Breville, I would say tried and true. Like if you want to play it safe and you have the extra cash, go with the Breville.
Of course. Yeah. And something with the Breville, I'd say if you really want to, if you're like on a budget but really want to surprise them, the Bambino Plus.
Oh yeah.
That's from what I've heard. I haven't used it, but from what I've heard, it's a solid small little machine that just has the bare necessities, but it's like a fun little toy that people can play with and start experimenting with. But also, I think they have like a $900 version that's called the Breville Barista Pro.
Yes.
That is like, for that price, it's like, wow, this is packing a punch. And something I actually wouldn't mind just picking up just to have around the house, just to mess around with, that's still, that I would be confident that I can pull something tasty off of it. So
yeah, and side note, if you're listening to this podcast like within a week, I would highly suggest checking out William and Sonoma. They had a pretty big sale going on those right now, so it'd be a good gift to grab in advance. I think they were like 20 to 30% off, so that makes a very, very good deal. I think that Breville Barista was under 1,000. Yeah. So it was a very good deal.
Nice.
Plus, I think doesn't it have a built-in grinder, right? Is that the one, or is that the higher up one?
Maybe. I don't know. There's one model where they don't have it, and I don't know which one that is.
Yeah.
But that being said, also, I mean, there's just so much cool stuff that you can give for your coffee friend. You can get the Flare.
Yeah,
the Flare would be it's a fun little lever machine, not electronic, but it's been like pretty popular, and people have been using it to pull espresso, and I've been enjoying it. So that's gonna be more on the budget option.
$300.
It's not super budget, but it's budget.
Yeah,
So you can get that. Man, there's a lot. There's just a lot of good stuff out there you can get.
Yeah.
So
that's a good overview. Some of the minor things I throw back in, like another good educational book, like all year we talked about Jonathan Gagney's book that was dropped. So if you're looking to buy some educational material, check that out.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, there it is, folks. Thank me later if you're that coffee fanatic. I'm responsible for that gift. Or thank me later when you gift a coffee fanatic something and they're blown away and they feel extremely stoked about your gift. So glad we could help some way. I hope we did. But that being said, folks, don't forget, we have a tasty Ethiopian natural just dropped. We have a couple of other tasty options, or we also have the coffee box. It's 3 different origins. It comes with free shipping. It's a discounted rate. Gets there fairly quickly, fresh off of roast, and it's tasty. So
could potentially even keep one of the bags.
just snag one from the box, give them 2. They'll still be happy. There you have it, folks, and we appreciate you listening. Share that with somebody, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.